Hello, friends. This is Facts TV. At present, there exist numerous aircraft in operation, numbering in the tens of thousands. Air travel has become a widely utilized means of transportation, particularly favored by individuals prioritizing comfort and efficiency. However, even frequent flyers may not be privy to the undisclosed aspects of air travel. Passengers often overlook the plethora of secrets known to airport and aircraft personnel, some of which are best left undiscovered for the sake of safety. Nevertheless, being aware of certain secrets can contribute to a sense of security and confidence during travel. In this discussion, we will uncover some of these hidden truths that could potentially safeguard one's well-being and even life when the need arises. Let's settle in and delve into the topic at hand. Flights occasionally experience extended durations due to several factors, including delays for various reasons. These delays may range from 30 minutes to an hour, yet the aircraft ultimately reaches its destination on schedule. This is achieved through airlines adjusting their flight schedules to align with airport timetables, thereby avoiding unnecessary circling in airport airspace. Some flights intentionally adopt longer routes, allowing pilots to maintain a slightly slower pace, a practice known as a fill-in schedule. Lightning frequently strikes the hull of airplanes during flight, but this is generally not a cause for concern. It's a common occurrence, and modern aircraft are well equipped to handle it. In most cases, the only impact is a few rivets on the hull being burned out, which doesn't affect the safety of the flight. These rivets can easily be replaced. Professor Manu Hadda, who heads the Lightning Research Laboratory at Cardiff University's Morgan Bothy, explains that modern airplanes, such as the Boeing 787 or Airbus 350, are designed similarly to Faraday cages. The hull is constructed from a lightweight carbon composite and coated with a thin layer of copper. When lightning strikes, it travels along the surface of the airplane without causing damage to the interior, a fact that often goes unnoticed by passengers. Oxygen masks. Few passengers are aware that an oxygen mask provides only 15 minutes of breathable oxygen. This duration is deemed sufficient for the pilot to descend the aircraft to an altitude where passengers can breathe normally. When oxygen masks are deployed, pilots swiftly lower the aircraft to a safer altitude and seek the nearest airport for an emergency landing. The time required to reach a breathable altitude typically ranges from 15 to 20 minutes. However, the question arises, where does the additional oxygen come from for the remaining 5 minutes? Such revelations may prompt concerns about air travel safety among passengers, as assurance of their well-being is paramount during flights. By the way, here's a fun fact. The simplest way to get a flight attendant off your back is to request a soda. The reason behind this is that the pressure at the dispenser causes the gas bubbles to take twice as long to settle, which means it takes about half a minute to fill one glass before the foam settles and you can pour a refill. During this time, the flight attendant could have easily prepared you a cup of coffee, or maybe even two. It's essentially a time-wasting tactic. The primary reason for turning off smartphones during flights is the historical belief that they can interfere with the airplane's navigation and communication systems, particularly precision approach and ultra-high-frequency stations. This belief stemmed from an era when all technology operated on similar frequencies in the sky and at sea. However, with the current strictly divided radio frequency grid, the likelihood of cell phones negatively affecting airplane systems is minimal. Even if multiple people are talking on their phones during takeoff, it's generally considered safe. Nevertheless, airline protocols, including those outlined in the pilot's manual, require cell phones to be turned off before taxiing. This requirement is often explained by the airline's security department, emphasizing the importance of passenger awareness during critical phases of flight such as takeoff and landing. Passengers are expected to fasten their seatbelts, stow their belongings, and open window shades to stay informed about their surroundings. Cell phones are viewed as potential distractions during these crucial moments. The large handrails on the inside of the airplane door may seem conspicuous when boarding, but they serve a crucial purpose during emergencies. These handrails are designed to provide stability and support in case of a panic situation on board. For instance, if a flight attendant needs to open the door quickly to evacuate passengers, there might be a sudden rush of passengers towards the door, potentially pushing the flight attendant out onto the runway. The handrails on the inside of the door are there to prevent such incidents by providing a secure grip and ensuring that the flight attendant remains inside the aircraft during an emergency evacuation. They are essential safety features designed to keep crew members safe and secure during critical situations. The ban on smoking aboard airplanes is primarily due to concerns about fire hazards and the health risks associated with secondhand smoke. In reality, one of the main reasons for the ban is related to the effect of smoking on the aircraft's ventilation system. The air inside an airplane is continually circulated through filters, and the presence of smoke leads to the accumulation of soot and tars, which can cause the filters to wear out more quickly. This necessitates more frequent maintenance and replacement of the filters, increasing operational costs for airlines. Therefore, while fire hazards and health concerns are significant factors, the strain on ventilation systems and associated maintenance costs also played a role in implementing the smoking ban on airplanes. Minor breakdowns are a common occurrence in aircraft, as they are almost never in perfect working order. Mechanics maintain extensive lists documenting every minor malfunction of each aircraft. Before every flight, a comprehensive check of the airplane's technical condition is conducted. Malfunctions that are not currently critical or life-threatening are deemed non-urgent and remain unrepaired to avoid delaying flights unnecessarily. These issues are addressed during the next scheduled inspection of the aircraft. The duration of repair for minor breakdowns varies and is largely at the discretion of the mechanic, who may choose not to repair them as long as they are considered negligible. Toilet flap. During a flight, various situations can arise on an airplane, ranging from children locking themselves in the restroom to elderly passengers taking longer to use it, causing anxiety among fellow travelers. Additionally, incidents such as smoke emerging from the lavatory or someone accidentally locking themselves inside, possibly even in the event of a fire, can occur. However, there's a secret to handling these situations. The toilet can be easily opened from the outside. Aircraft are meticulously designed, and accessing the toilet door is straightforward once you know where the locking mechanism is located. Typically, this mechanism is concealed beneath the no smoking or lavatory signs. To unlock it, one simply needs to lift the sign flaps and pull back the latch, allowing for swift access to the restroom in various emergency scenarios. Airplane food. In many airlines, pilots are intentionally provided with different food options as a precautionary measure to mitigate the risk of poisoning. This practice ensures that if one pilot were to be affected by low-quality food, the other pilot would still be able to operate the aircraft safely. Additionally, on night flights, flight attendants may intentionally delay meal service to passengers as a cost-saving measure. This strategy maximizes efficiency by capitalizing on the fact that many passengers tend to fall asleep before dinner, thereby reducing the workload for flight attendants in serving meals. It's all about being polite, and you'll find it pays off in numerous ways. Flight attendants admit that the more courteous you are, the more willing they are to assist you. Want a larger portion during a long flight? A polite request might even land you a meal from first class. It all comes down to how kindly you ask. If you have a noisy neighbor, calmly explaining the situation may prompt the flight attendant to help you find another seat. Need updates on a soccer match during the flight? A polite inquiry might lead the stewardess to provide the information for you. However, those who cause a scene are unlikely to receive more than the bare minimum of service. Dispatch tower. The dispatch team is responsible for controlling not only the airspace but also activities on the ground, including runway lights. Each dispatcher typically monitors 5 screens, tasked not only with monitoring but also promptly assessing situations both in the air and on the landing strip. Given the high traffic volume at airports, particularly during peak times, the level of concentration required is intense. Sometimes, up to 50 airplanes take off and land in an hour. With such demands, dispatchers work frantically, and to minimize errors, they are allotted only 10 minutes of rest for every hour worked. Passenger screening procedures can sometimes feel intrusive, especially when security staff conduct thorough inspections, including physical pat-downs from head to toe. What's even more uncomfortable for passengers is the realization that in some airports, they may be viewed completely naked as they pass through screening checkpoints. These airports utilize a device known as a naked scanner, which displays a nude image of the passenger on a monitor screen, revealing all anatomical details. Additionally, major airports are equipped with cameras capable of detecting passengers who may be under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Advanced camera models can even assess a passenger's level of aggression in real time. In large airports, such cameras are installed in various areas to monitor passenger behavior and ensure security measures are upheld. Thank you for watching. Put a like, subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell to not miss new interesting videos.